What is going on, guys? I'm jumping on nowadays. No schedule, no announcement, dropping like a bird shit. And let me fix up the audio. Good to go. Screen. Yeah, guys, I'll share the screen in a minute. Let's share the screen. Should we share? Let's share that one. Boy, oh boy. Oh boy. Happy New Year to you too, bro. But you can hear me. Let me see if the music is too loud. A lot of scratching going on. Not too loud. Beautiful water view. Hit the like button. Michael, what's good? What's good, brother? Hope you're well. Yeah, I hope the music is not too loud. Well, first of all, my brother Waterview there. Happy New Year from sunny Florida. Hope you and the family are well. And finally, we're gonna get some good movements in the market. Of course, big up to Nicholas as well. Hope you're doing rather well. Sound check, mic check, all good. Looks like it. Well, a couple of things, guys. First of all, the market seems to be, as we said many times before, you know, this is a funny game, right? A lot of people, a lot of friends have capitulated. Unfortunately, if they would have just held on, they would have made it out alive. Still a long way to go, of course. We're not in a bull market just yet right now. However, things are getting better and the evidence is quite clear. So, a couple of things going on. Let me see why let me know if you could let me know if you could hear me in the comments, guys, as always. And we'll talk about today. I did a video on Toshi. I'll take a couple of your smart money alerts as well. But overall, the market is bouncing, man. You know, we saw Horizen doing madness. And, you know, congratulations to anybody who bought this, because you'd be up quite nicely now. And we look at some on-chain data as well. On Glassnode. Supply is going to be even more important, guys, as we go into this next round of the market. A lot of these, this is, for example, the supply chart of Arweave, and look, you don't see any spikes at all. Circulating supply is going to be massive. We talked about it today in the Discord. I presented a... Sounds good. We can hear. Fine. Absolutely, Nicholas. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So just some highlights from the Discord. I know a lot of people are probably not going to look at this, but this is going to be a good buying opportunity because the market is not fully concluded yet on these unlocks in 2026. Unless the teams come out and do something about this. So major unlocks to look forward to is the Ondo unlock. Now, Ondo is going to unlock $759 million worth of unlock date, and that's around 1.9 billion tokens to be unlocked. Basically 19% of the supply for Ondo is to be unlocked. So currently Ondo has a circulating supply of 39, only 39%. So you need to watch out for that. Yo, Invelta is in the house, my sister. I hope you're doing well. Good to see you. And yeah, greetings for everyone else as well. Big up to my sister there. Beautiful, beautiful Netherlands. As always, we can't wait to see you back in Dubai. You know, my sister right there, man. Love when I see my people. And by the way, you know, we can talk about a bit about Richard Hart and that ecosystem as well. I'm not sure if you're still holding any of the Pulse tokens. So first thing, guys, 7 major token unlocks. And these 7 major token unlocks are all coming in this week. So you have Ondo, probably the best opportunity to look at the Ondo price and to take advantage of any, especially if you're holding Ondo or if you believe in Ondo long term. Then we have Asta. Now, Asta unlock is way small, obviously, but it is $55 million. Pump Fund unlocks $23 million. And that's going to be interesting because the fully diluted, for example, Ondo is 3 billion. You know, this is 5.6 billion for Asta, and then this takes Pump Fund to 2.36 billion. Then continuous unlocks for Aptos around 11 million, just under 1%. That's $20 million. That takes it to fully diluted 2 billion. Don't care for Arbitrum. STBL. Now, this one is an interesting one. Of course, stablecoin protocols are going to be super, super important, guys. So fully diluted right now, this thing is just under $600 million in market cap. So I think that's going to be quite key. And then you've got this one, $11 million for Say. That takes it to $2 billion in terms of the valuation. So yeah, you can take advantage, but that Ondo one is massive. I mean, it's incredibly big. Then we look at privacy. I'm sure some of you have seen my video today of the privacy for 2026. This was the main narrative for 2025. But if you want to take advantage of this, you really need to look at Horizen on Base. I think this is going to be your best bet to have good exposure to this narrative. And the reason for that, you can watch my video. You can definitely watch my video on this, but this is now, for me, a clear conviction on Base, right? So, you know, you don't want to miss out any good gains. And again, you know, I'm sure a lot of you might have seen this in our Discord. But what we have is additional updates. Aerodrome Finance hitting unbelievable levels of DEX volumes. So any of you, let me know. You know, tap ones if you hold Aerodrome, or if you're thinking about buying Aerodrome. Well, congratulations if you obviously sticking with it, because utility-wise, you have an incredible opportunity to really own a piece of Base. You know, think about it. PancakeSwap, 80 billion in volume, 174 billion for Uniswap, 300 billion for Aerodrome Finance. So that was another huge milestone. And I think we did coming up. You know, we have an upgrade coming next quarter. Aero will also be on Ethereum, and that's going to be a huge upgrade as well. In terms of there's a metric here for you guys, right? And this metric is active loans. Active loans in crypto have been devastated over the last 3 months. All of a sudden, what we have now is, for the first time in a long time, these have actually moved into a positive territory. So let me tell you what that means. So active loans are up, right? Month over month, making it the highest monthly level since the drawdown back in October. The rebound is obviously led by Aave and Morpho, and we'll talk about Morpho in a minute and why that's a good opportunity. Broadly speaking, this signals a risk-on behavior across on-chain credit. When you see on-chain credit increasing, then the chances are risk-on behavior is back, and therefore the market is a little bit more risky. And then we move over to the announcement we made into buying Horizen. And here we have a Horizen buy at around, I think it was $8.95. And today it was well over $10. So congratulations, anyone who's obviously taken that. You'd be in profit. But this is a deeper conviction, in my opinion. I think you should just give it some time to do the research. 21 million tokens, optional privacy, institutional grade privacy. And I think that's going to have a lot of compliance when you consider the Coinbase angle. So it's going to be a layer 3. So in addition to that, next up will be Dubai. We can't wait to see you. Yeah, Pulse Chain. I'm not sure if you've seen Pulse Chain community was up in arms. If you're still holding it, let me know, because it's crazy. That thing was meant to be doing well for now. But what we're seeing here, look, some crazy. Look at Dash, Monero. In terms of forget NFTs. And privacy is really kind of the sector right now. Is a buy. Zibek is a buy. Absolutely, I do agree with you. We did do a Zibek alert this week in the Discord. CBCN. Yeah, look, at the end of the day, with Zibek, what I have is just key levels here. So it reminds me of the way TAO comes into a particular level, and then it reverses from that level. And Zibek has actually done that almost like TAO, right? It pumped, came back into demand, right? So what you have is this is a level of, you've got this level of support here, support resistance, and then it flipped that into support, did a madness, came back down, same level here, just slightly above, but there is a wick there. So finds it as support, takes off. It is now, if you look at this wick here, October, this was the capitulation candle for Zibek. But what it did was it came below it twice, right? You can see here, 1, 2. So 2 previous times it came below that particular wick. And what I'm seeing now, if I just extend my yellow box here, this would be a level of support for ZBCN, right? So providing that let me just go visual effect, just move me into the corner there. So what you see in here is, let's just close that. So what you see here is Zibek will likely stay above this red-green moving average. If it breaks below it, it will come down into this box and text. So your best buy is basically between now and whenever it gets down to 2.5. But apart from that, incredible strength. And the reason I'm saying this is if you look at Bittensor TAO, for example, This week, Powell came out and talked about TAO, and everybody was like, oh my God, Tensor TAO, he spoke about that and SUI. Now, we've been talking about it for years. You have to imagine a world where, of course, 21 million in terms of circulation. TAO would be one of those projects you see in the distant future, sitting around 10, 20, 30,000, whatever it is. And you're like, yeah, I've heard of that before. I remember that shit. Like, why didn't I get 10 of these? So, what I was talking about, Zibex. So it comes into the demand, gets bought up, comes back into the demand, gets bought up, comes back into the demand, gets bought up, and then now we've formed the cup and handle here. This shit's gonna make you money. Like, you just know the behavior of certain tokens, coins, you just fully understand it. You just fully understand how TAO is going to make money. Now, one thing's interesting, it will come back and test this moving average. You notice how it's almost programmed. Let's just show you what I mean. Look at this. Automated, right? Look at these wicks. So the chances are it will definitely be one of those that lives, you never know in crypto, but it has an ETF. It's got Grayscale behind it. There's another video that I did this week about Bittensor TAO. It's just one of those quiet DCAs. Yeah, nothing too crazy, of course. And this is the beginning of times. Quite quickly, actually. Just in case you're wondering if you've ever always been late. I remember when it went to $27. If you look at the early days, it went like $27, less than $30 anyway. But quite quickly, it came out 59 or whatever it was, and then it went all the way to around $100. It came back down. Look how it behaves. Every time it comes to the demand zone, you've got yourself a really good, consistent, beautiful chart. So that's another one that I'm urging everybody, as much as I can, I will talk about this like the gospel, because you need some good wins long term, and I think it would be one of the good long-term winners. Someone's asking about SEI. Now, SEI, interestingly, SEI is not bullish in terms of the price point, right? But it is going to flip this level sooner or later. Do you see it got rejection here? Let me just zoom in again for you. It's below, it's fighting with this moving average here. We need to flip this into support. Then we need to get into that yellow box. And then, of course, this is a chart that I've shared with the guys in the Discord. But if you look at this price action here, say it's well away from its capitulation candle. And what we have now is we've got to go above, I'd probably say short term above 14 cents and long term above 16 cents to fully feel bullish. So that's going to be the key levels. But just so you put this into perspective, I did actually release an important data metrics for these when it comes to how they bullish and bearish on chain. I believe it was regarding the this. Yeah, it was regarding the So here's some kind of on-chain things that obviously I've been sharing with the team. At the start of the week, we started to notice stable coins in the market were doubling, tripling. Ripple actually moved here 100%, which was insane. And then you saw, obviously, or by Saturday, spot versus futures. Of course, futures market is way, way bigger as always, but the stability of the spot market on chain was rising. And over the last kind of 7 days, this was in my Saturday and Sunday's report, we saw a massive outperformance of flows into AI projects. I mean, you can see here, layer 2s, I don't really pay attention to because layer 2 is always a lot of people use Arbitrum and Optimism for stable coins and stuff like that, but the real underground money flow was going into AI projects. And in addition to that, I saw some large gainers in the big caps over the last 7 days. Now, if you think of Solana, you would have seen some of the meme coins go absolutely ballistic. So overall, I thought that was quite key on-chain data. In addition to that, we saw the Zcash FUD this week. Zcash FUD. That was absolutely nothing. It was a bit like similar to the XLR discussions. And then what we had was some crazy money flow, right? So RWA sector saw a crazy amount of money flow. Now, considering Ondo are unlocking $700 million, they had $187 million inflow. So someone somewhere is going to be bidding on Ondo one day, finally unlock the rest of those tokens. Still holding. Absolutely. Good stuff. What's good? Roski, Peter there. Bottom is 27. I called last week. Great time to buy. 100%. I don't think there's any doubt, considering where the price is at the moment. I don't think there's any. If you're nitpicking, if someone's nitpicking about where the price is to where it could potentially be, or where, you're taking a tremendous risk, right? You're taking a huge risk. If you go into the daily, you might see what I was talking about over here on a different chart. But look, at the end of the day, we are on the support here. So it's definitely a good time to buy. What is it? 2.9. The low was 2.7. I think it will hold that. Nevertheless, it's very, very good pricing right now. Nice one there, Pete. TAO is the best buy of these prices. I'd wait for virtuals. Yeah, let's take a look at virtuals protocol, because virtual was one of the strongest coins, right? What am I looking up Bybit for? Virtual US. Yeah, look at that. It's moved above. It already flipped green on my moving averages here. So yeah, coming down a bit more, I would say, for virtuals. RSI bit overbought, pointing down on the daily, on the 2 days. Yeah, this candle close is going to be quite important. So if we break below this level on the 2 days, come back with the RSI, I do believe we would get maybe an opportunity here below, just below $1, perhaps a wick here into this level, which it already did. I mean, it went to 91 and got bought back up. One of the best tokens. I mean, look at Monero is just too insane, bro. People actually still holding Zcash. Yeah, I mean, that's insane, right? Monero is gone nuts. I talked about Say. We talked about that last year. Yeah, I think that is a good deal from here onwards. It's gonna be sick. Did you get into the repo I mentioned on the stream last week? Nah, congratulations, bro. Remember when you mentioned it? I think we talked about it again. And for some reason, I was actually buying Zen. But that token is now absolutely, look, $12 million. You mentioned it all the way back here, if you remember. Still relatively small in terms of market cap. And I remember we did a Nansen preview on it. But holy crap, bro. Yeah, no, congratulations. Honestly, guys, if you haven't seen this one, Repo XYZ, post-training data for AI startups. I think it's a very, very clever niche. And by the way, Peter, you know, I'm gonna try and get myself a little bag. We're still under $15 million market cap anyway. We'll see if it, you know, maybe a couple of grand in there at some point. Backed by Protocol Labs, CMS Holdings. So they're well backed. They've got good tokenomics, relatively. 12 million, fully diluted 45 million. Decent trading volume. And of course, it is a protocol. I just need to follow them, man. I'm following them actually from the last live stream. Community space. Yeah, now this is a very, very good shout. It's a good shout, bro. I'll keep an eye on it. Once an entry, listen, you are a Chad, because when you talked about it that day, look, 3x on this thing, while the market is being really, really oh my days. Cave, where have you been, brother? Guys, honestly, smash the like for my brother Cave. Cave, big up yourself, bro. Hope you're well. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to you and the family. We missed you, man. Last week I was like, yo, where's my brother? Where's my brother gone? I will hit you up, bro, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, definitely, man. Nice one, bro. Cave is Cave is the man. Honestly, man, I miss that brother, man. Yo, Cave. I'll hit you up later for sure, bro. 100%. And what else are we looking at today? You know, I talked about Toshi today, and lately it's been kind of falling lately. A couple of Maloney, big up Maloney if you're here. He was like, "Yo, what's going on with Toshi, man? I heard there's some big wallets." But Toshi's fine. Toshi's going to be absolutely fine. Just needs. It's not bullish right now, if I'm being honest. But again, it's a meme coin, right? I tend to, when I find the conviction, right? So here's what I do, guys, that's going to be very beneficial for a lot of people that are normally scared with the markets and stuff. So the first thing I do is build convictions. Now, it doesn't matter if you make a mistake or mistakes along the way, right? What is not acceptable is not changing your ways and adapting and and changing with the times, So what I do is I spend hours on end finding a conviction, right? Now, if it's a shit coin, I'm prepared to trade it. I'm prepared to dump it, whatever it is. But I'm talking about solid fundamentals, regardless of what it is. It could be an AI agent play. It could be a meme coin. It could be a layer one. But what I've done is I've put in enough hours to find that this project is going to run at some point, right? Once you build conviction, the rest is easy. It's dollar cost averaging. Nobody can time the top. No one can time the bottom. But building that conviction, for me, anyway, has given me a superstar portfolio that's less kind of like, it's more dense and less speculative. I still have my dream ticket plays in the portfolio, but during the fear, I've been buying fundamental projects. Now, as long as you act like that and you try to find your conviction first and say to yourself, you know what, I've done enough research on this project, I am good, I'm good to go here, then the chances are you're going to be fine. And not all crypto is going to move at the same time. We're going to get this selective run once again. But if you're looking at just the top 100 today, IP Dash 11% ICP, Wellcoin 7%. I mean, this is about the average, right? So in a bull market, what you're expecting is, especially the way the market is right now, is taking advantage into rotating into your key ones. And then, of course, the key or the conviction plays will take you over the line eventually. So yeah, find quality, do the research, build the conviction, and then buy your stuff without any emotions. Buy when there's fear and sell when there's greed. Really, nothing between, unless you're willing to hold, like, for example, a TAO or a Kaspa or something that you think will have a monumental time further down the line where it'd be difficult for you to throw money at it once you see the move. So buy the fear, stack up your portfolio, and the rest will come to you. You know, the gods will reward you due time. 200 to 300, you got stuff like Melania moving today, 22%. Rail, Akash Network, 18%. I mean, ultimately, Tibia. But it's funny because you look down the list of cryptocurrencies here, and you start to see stuff that used to be in the top 100. You know, cracking down. Meteora, like, this is an interesting meme coin, right? So if you look at this, surely this should have a pump.fun type of run, right? It's the mother of all shit coins. And just for anyone who doesn't know what this is, you know, this is the shitcoin index, right? Only $120 million. But because no one knows about it and the market's been in complete fear, building fundamentals on stuff like this is just gone for most people. Look at Kita here. Kita is what? Market cap well outside of the top 300. Yeah, $123 million. So now it's never been a better time to actually build a long-term conviction portfolio. So yeah, man. And if we keep looking 300 to 400, 400 to 500, let's see what's happening here. Kai Network's been moving. I think somebody in the Discord mentioned this. What's the market cap now? $71 million. for Kai Network, beautiful bounce from 8 cents all the way to 9, nearly 10, right? There's so many good, look, there's so many good projects outside of the top 100. It's just unbelievable. Oh, and Mantra, remember her? She's still not dead. Mantra, look at that. This is thoughts on Cookie DAO, Mitchell. I do like Cookie DAO. I have a bit of Cookie DAO. Love the name, love the idea behind Cookie DAO, right? One of the reasons I bought it, I think I made a video on it as well. So the use case is agentic. It's like, it's basically an AI agent index and a marketplace, as well as an oracle, right? So this was around just over 10 cents once, well, you know, actually about 10, 11 cents when I started DCAing. And then we had the capitulation candle, $28 million market cap. If you look at the use case for this, I mean, what do they call it? The chain link of AI, right? Because AI agents need data, right? And data is essentially provided by Cookie DAO. And of course, the rise of Cookie DAO was astronomical, right? I think they have token bans. They have, where's the website? Cookie.fun. You know, you can use their website to actually get an idea of what AI agents are doing. I think it's a pretty good project. Of course, there's also Kato, which I don't like because of the tokenomics. But hopefully, $28 million market cap, you know, fully diluted 44 million, small trading volume. I think it should do well because it definitely has a use case there. Bro said, is Ponkey coming back? They are partnering with the company to bring Ponkey toys to retail. Partnering, okay. I don't actually know whether Ponkey is dead or alive. I did look at it last time. So $31 million market cap. Pretty much a chart that is around 15 cents. I think the all-time high for this was way more than this. Is it 50 cents, 60? 24 hours, 7 days. It's $1 plus, right? 70, 80 cents. So, yeah, so 83% and 83 cents and 93% down from all-time high. So what we can do is it going to be back, or is Ponkey dead? That's a solid question. So let's go and roast it. don't take my word for it. Let's go do some roasting here. So this is the chart, and pretty much, I mean, all-time lows, 1 cent and some change. Next low was 2 cents. That is around 5, right? So bought and sold. So if we look at some of these wallets, right? This particular wallet, by the name of Putban, right? This guy is obviously a massive. He's got a decent net worth in there. But make sense of this. what is he doing? Right? So there you go. So sometimes, smart money ain't smart money. There is good, genuinely, some decent smart money. And this is just crazy people this was the deployer, so we can't really take these transactions at face value. Let's have a look at another more, perhaps a slightly better distributed wallet. Let's go to this guy here. 64,000. I mean, it's not a lot, is it? Sold will probably be, let's have a look at sold. Trading bot here. This guy sold 69K. Let's see when he sold it. If you ever see, so again, this is he withdrew some token from the DEX, from the SEX, essentially sold another amount. And what you're seeing here is this is the life of a retail investor for you, right? You buy high, you sell low. That's the strategy. Like, ultimately what you want is somebody who bought, and this is how I track wallets now, right? What you want is somebody who bought here, and then what I do is I track the wallet. If somebody's bought anything here, and then you look for sales here, right? That's that initial wave. But most of the time, what you're seeing is people selling here, right here, and buying here, which is kind of fucked up, because if you bought here, why would you sell here? It's a no. So what I'm doing now for the community is I'm finding wallets that have bought tokens early, anytime before a pump, and if it comes here, you just simply hold, right? You just simply hold. So let's see net tokens here. This trading bot has been given a lot of tokens. This is just trading in and out of good old Ponky. So look, to answer your question of whether Ponky is back, I think what you're saying there is bullish for it if they are going to give it some use case. Let's kind of look at the holders as well. I could already see some significant balances being sold, but this is a hot wallet, so that doesn't count. Bybit. Bybit is kind of notorious for this kind of action anyway. Last 7 days, last 30 days, they sold nearly 5 million tokens. So this is out of their holding, right? You can see it right there. And you can see what type of wallet this is. This is the Bybit hot wallet. Now, ultimately, you get like other wallets buying in, the likes of Gate. In terms of the token holdings, you've got the 16% of the token held by the top 100, which is pretty decent for a meme coin, right? Fresh wallets hold on less than 1%, and average holding is $22. So the balance of the top 100 has been going up to obviously lend you to your thesis. Smart money hasn't really been buying. Public figures, these are the people that show the project. Public figures that normally get paid with it, 41 of them. There's no new public wallets. 11% whales are down, right? So 11% of whales are out. And exchanges have been buying, so or there is actually an exchange flow there. One thing you've got to notice is when you see a token like this, you've got to notice that it has over here, January, pretty low price of 3 cents, and significant buys or token balances at the same time. So yeah, man, at the moment, I would be kind of neutral, but you are seeing the balance. The balance is above the price, okay? You see, price is low, balance is higher. That means people are accumulating. Okay, bro. So I've answered that question. I hope you are comfortable with that one, broski. Anytime as well. Community-driven meme coin launched on December, built around viral monkey character. Yeah, 100%. I think what I'm showing you is just the extra benefit. At least you can see some of their key metrics. Founders not publicly disclosed in verified sources. Oh wow! Welcome, Broski. Who's that? Stan. Welcome. ICO investors. Do they have an early investors? Of course, obviously they'll have these early wallets. If we look at holders, you can probably find them. So apart from these big balances, so here's what we know about Ponke so far. BitHub. Is it BitHub? Yeah. BitHub owns 16% of the total supply at $5 million. Then we have Revolut with 10%, right? After Revolut, we have BitHub, Revolut, and Bybit owns about 5%, but they've been dumping it like crazy. About 4% requirement on Radium, 3% on Kraken, another Gate wallet there. Exit owns about 3%. So this is all fine. I mean, these are all exchanges. Then the interesting bit is this is how they slice and dice the wallets, right? So you can see here, there's a Solana token millionaire who owns, and this is not, this is no coincidence, right? Look at the supply ownership, very strategic. I think in a decent bull market, this will get back to that dollar again. So this guy is traded, bought and sold. He's a Solana millionaire, basically. Fartcoin, Render, Pengu, Pump.Fun. But if we look at his holdings, right? So he's a Solana. He's got, crazy Sol balance. $86 million in Sol. Probably worth tracking. Should track this one. Render, $15 million. Fartcoin, $7 million. Pump.Fun, $5 million. Trump useless bonk with Pengu, $2 million. Virtuals Protocol. This is a standard token millionaire. So where's his Ponky? Radium. Yeah, this is definitely an insider cat. Gito Sol, Melania Trump. I mean, just imagine he's got a balance worth $700,000 in Melania. Then he's got Grass, Zebek, $500,000. I should just track you for Zebek, brother. And his Ponky holdings is around $200,000. So let's see what's going on with this guy. This guy obviously a smart wallet. He's down $32 million. First founder, Kraken Cold Wallet. So he's obviously a major institutional holding related wallets. What's his Fogue? So he's holding around $500,000 worth of Fogue, 29 million tokens. Wow. Yeah, so it's probably worth checking out these type of wallets. Telcoin, I don't know if I remember, bro. Let me just get my bearings right. We talked about it last time. $300 million. Let's go to .in. Internet money. Yeah, I remember now. Yeah, I think this was, look, as far as the fundamentals are concerned, the age as well, I think this is an OG cryptocurrency, if I'm not mistaken. Or is it just a Altcoin? No, it's actually pretty, maybe I'm confused. Probably look into it a bit more to bring myself up to speed. But what I would say is, in terms of the fundamentals, boy, oh boy, it's up there with some of the best ones we looked at. Because ultimately, what happens is the use case here, digital asset banks, and of course, in terms of that particular area, that niche, I think it's going to be wonderful. Of course, I need to do deep dive in terms of how it compares to some of the other projects there. But it looks good, bro. Remittance. Will it compete with the likes of Stellar? Because this is it is an existing company, by the way. So Telcoin is remaining. So anything with use case, just so you guys know, anything with like human, like literally. Look at Bitcoin Cash, for example, right? People use it across Africa, right? Look at Stellar Lumens. So some of these smaller coins that have the real world utility will do very well. As we've got between now and 2030 to make our millions. I don't think the bull market becomes isolated. I think we sell at some point and then move into like fundamentally strong wave of stable coins, remittance companies, tokenized assets, real world use case AI like training models and AI agents competing on Bittensor TAO, that kind of thing. So yeah, very good shout, bro. I'll make a note of it, and I'll definitely keep this on my radar. Can it really become something like a bank? I think it's hard to say, because the thing with XRP, if you look at what these guys are already doing, the average cost of sending, so I'd probably say look, Stellar has better use case than XRP. So definitely, I mean, if you're looking at, look, for example, developing countries here, you've got El Salvador, Ethiopia, Guinea, Guatemala, Ghana, Kenya. I think this is insane. So it does have that potential in terms of, in my opinion, because I've seen one or two real life remittance, like Western Union, for example. I think it could, we'll probably look at something like Stellar Lumens rather than XRP, even though they're the same thing. $7 billion valuation here, ISO compliant, global tokenization, but micro payments is the tackle here. But this is already a behemoth, right? So I think this is the kind of where I would probably say a lot of these will end up becoming digital banks. Bro said, what is my opinion on Ultima? Ultima is popped up a couple of places. Don't really know the project that much, to be fair. But I have seen, like, the chart is not unfamiliar. $6,000 max all-time high of $20,000, $21,000. Ridiculous supply here. But we have 37,000 coins out of a total of 100,000 coins. These low supply coins are normally not my cup of tea. The psychological price point, and again, I'm not relying on retail for something like this. Ultimately, it will not be for retail, but this went up to $21,000 and it has 39,000 circulating coins. Create flawless cryptocurrency transfer products to transform the way people interact with crypto around the world and provide them with instant cross-border payments. So we're onto the right page. So we have Telcoin, and of course you drop Ultima here. Having said that, so you've obviously further fractionalized 7 years of development, a world-class, a world's leading blockchain dev team. I mean, I don't like the word in there. Advanced global infrastructure, own debit card. Ultima is a powerful ecosystem centered around the token, unites ranges of innovative products. Ultima card. So, by the way, look, I have a friend in the UAE, and he works for this massive company. You and I tomorrow can go to them and create a credit card backed blockchain. Like it's not like it was, say, 5 years ago when it was unheard of, right? So everyone now is obviously saying that Ultima is a breakthrough in cryptocurrency debit card. Why is it a breakthrough? Providing financial management possibilities. It's just something about this that I'm not feeling. Link the Ultima card with Apple, Google Pay. There is no unique proposition. And there is definitely no unique selling point from what I can see, apart from the tokenomics right now. Maybe I'm speaking too soon, so let's continue. Okay, earn from the rise in price, debit card, global crypto enthusiast community. I don't like this stuff, man. On BSC, on CoinMarketCap, on CoinGecko, fine. Alex Reinhardt, international entrepreneur, venture capitalist, business coach, crypto technology. Nah, hell no. Who cares if you're an entrepreneur, a venture capitalist, a business coach, and crypto expert? You know, who's backing this? Registered trademark as Center Tech LLC, does not simply have any affiliation of endorsement by it. Ultimate image was created via logo contest. Ultimate is registered as a logo and brand icon. No, I'd skip this one. I think Telcoin has. I just don't see this as a serious cryptocurrency, in my opinion, despite the price. Yo, Mr. Gregory, how are you, sir? Happy New Year, bro. Congratulations, man. You got a daughter on the way, bro. Oh my days. You need to listen. Anything about daughters, you need to message me, man. I'm gonna fill you up with the whole father-daughter style of life. It is the most unbelievable feeling. So many congratulations, bro. And yeah, joining the daddy girl club. Trust me, man. It is, as they get older, it becomes a bit more. You get me? I'm gonna have to be on that police academy. You know, go outside the house looking for little boys. You know, catch them up. And you think you're smart. But what are you looking at? Are you looking at my daughter? Can you make a video on wash sell rule for crypto for investors at loss for US tax returns? Yeah, sure. That is a good research topic, bro. Yeah, man. You're bringing out the scrapbook. Yeah, definitely, bro. We'll, Mr. Gregory. Yeah, I saw this. You got it, bro. Get that one out hopefully tomorrow. And I'll tag you. Ultima was good in Final Fantasy. For sure. Yeah, let's take a look at Resolve. Resolve. I was mixing Resolve with the this is the stablecoin protocol, right? Or Resolve stats. Stablecoin protocol, probably you mean, right? I saw, right? Bro said thoughts on Facey is a base token. Interesting tech AI fact checker. Big backing as well. Let's have a look at Facey, bro. Facey. I will look at Resolve again. Ooh, good chart. $8 million. Let's go straight to the. I always say when we look at tokens, we just need to roast them. Come to me only to roast the tokens. Fact check news, claims, text, and video content real time. Ooh. Interesting. So basically, this is kind of like anti a deep fake, right? Interesting subject. Different from the others, there is a unique selling point. Journalists and editors who need to fact check news, marketing, and PR. I think this will be needed more and more as the world becomes more and more nuts. Going viral among internationally literature and influencers. Recently had a fascinating experience with a cutting-edge fact-checking tool that verifies. Just imagine if something like this is then plugged into a Claude or Gemini or ChatGPT, who are bound to make mistakes themselves, right? Because this obviously has got to be linked to an AI. So probably what they've done is they've refined their model to ensure that they just return the facts, right? Discover fact check content, search for title. I don't know. Did Trump and Powell have a fist this fight? Trending fact checks. Give it. I probably need to log into it. But it is fun. To be fair, you know, you've got funders and partners. Now, this is where I like roasting these projects. So, Inception program is not funding. Micro startups. It's not. It doesn't mean anything. Meta, what about Meta? AWS startup, data. So look, if I have to roast it, and roasting things would be, I mean, for the team, for anybody, when you make these claims, it's probably a good idea. You could market it even better by saying Perplexity is the other one. Yes. So wow, it's going against the likes of Perplexity, which is probably the best, and of course Fact City AI is also there, Copilot. So it's important because honestly, in the future, it's going to be all about not how good your information is. It's only going to come down to information accuracy. So if I had to give a score for this, I would say so far, I think the only issue here for me is the inception programs and stuff like that. They have, on the positive side, they're in a unique space within crypto. I don't think anyone else is doing a Perplexity type of fact checking. Chrome extension, provide real-time fact check as you browse the internet. API access for big ballers, that's also very positive. Let's see what their pricing is. Sorry if I'm going deep into this, but it's obviously quite important for the community or the people wanting to learn about this shit. So essential $9, right? 500 credits, 5,000 credits rather, 1,000 checks. Enterprise, how much are you charging for enterprise? Look at demo. So look, I've seen projects like this come and go by the simple, chart, use case, niche, all gets a good score. I think they need to do a better job in terms of the, startup this, startup that. That doesn't mean absolute shit. And just to give you a bit more, broski, token pump, token correction. This is the typical life of a chart these days. So this, again, all-time high here came on October 6th. And then the entire market capitulated. As you can see that candle there. However, this was brought back up and it did another pretty decent run on November 1st. And then it corrected heavily, bottomed here, around about the 1st of December. And now starting to get a bit of a little bit of flow. Dangers are heavy distribution, 11%, top 100 holds 72% of the supply. That's a risk. Top 100 balances have increased by 3%. That's decent. And then you have 87% smart money. And smart money got into this. And in particular, now we're talking, right? You see how we bring all of this shit together to understand one simple token. And you also see how I've become pessimistic, because that's how we start with every investigation. And all of a sudden now I'm looking at the on-chain data, having already understood that the coin has a unique use case. But now I'm seeing a venture capitalist come in on the 7th of January. And there's their balance, 2 million tokens. So who are these guys? So they're called LVT Capital. And they've acquired these tokens in the last 30 days, especially since the 1st of December, right there. And they are labeled in Nansen as smart money, which means if you go to their portfolio, you'd see a list of investments here, mostly on base. So they hold virtuals. Second largest holding here, $20,000, is a FACI, $1.4 million tokens. So if you consider these are virtual protocol VCs, the rest here is pretty small. Let's have a look at the first capital, first funders, transaction on LVT Capital. Net worth 200,000. So not the largest of funds, 56 trades. There's peanuts in terms of fund standards, but they do have two different wallets that combine have about $500,000. Yo, broski, how are you? Mr. Playboy Cigarette. I love that name, man. Absolutely love the thank you for the comments, guys. So I'm gonna give you some good news first of all, because you might have missed this stream. Would you suggest getting low fee or adding to say Aero or Devi? Good old Devi, aka Debbie. So look, I would say fundamentally we treat those by market cap. So Aerodrome and say, and then Devi, then low fee is probably the way I would go. Low fee, despite the market dump, despite the fact that it went to $4 or $5 million market cap, it's still very healthy. And no one's selling this. Like no one's dumping this. It just refused to go below $5 million. So the Getty on SUI will run as and when SUI decides to explode, and I think SUI will explode. I think Say is a no-brainer. To DCA into Say, if you can up your level of your tokens there. Out of those, in terms of pure value, I would probably say right now is the most stagnant one. $800 million market cap, $55 million in terms of the volume, and 12 cents. So I would add to my Say bank, because Aerodrome is also decent, but Aerodrome had tremendous flows this week. $500 million market cap. What's the volume here? 21 million in terms of volume. So I think compared to where they are, both are good, but I would probably say Say, followed by Aero, followed by Debbie is sitting minus 10%. So what you don't want to do is have too many small altcoins when the prices are pretty good. So I would reserve some of that capital and see what the market does. But if it's a long-term conviction, I would look at it. But to be honest, $14 million with the same trading volume as low fee, I would not pour the money there or put the money into one of the other three. Hope that helps. I'm open to any projects that have value. Yeah, of course. Have a look at my video today. I don't know if you've seen, because I want you guys to make money long term. Like, I want us to become financially wealthy men. Have a look at Horizen, look at the fundamentals, watch my video today, and then let's have a chat, maybe in the Discord, maybe when I do another live stream here. Yeah, it looks like it's madness, isn't it, bro? Used as a form of payment, as a proof of stake. This is going to dip hard. Yeah, it's already fucked. Last one, great one. Thanks for reminding me, bro. Remind me of the token again, man. It was Resolve. All right, bro, because I wasn't going to give you my opinion on a stable coin. $28 million. Fantastic TVL. Holy crap. Nearly $500 million in TVL. What we saying? Yeah, we've seen this before. I think we talked about it even, if I remember correctly. No, this is good. Financial layer for stable returns. Now, when I first looked at this, I think it was on one of the live streams. So, leverage yield curated. I think, look, at the end of the day, it's going to be one of those projects that gains prominence as of course more and more people, because it's still very, very small. Sustainable low risk yield, which is needed in crypto, by the way, and I think institutions will find this very appetizing, because they don't want our 500% return. They want consistent 12% return, right? As an example. So USR, crypto native prime asset that is aligned with, engineered to provide stable yield bearing exposure. Vaults. Now, who's behind these bad boys? You can already see, they're a neobank. They have their own careers page, which is always good. I'd love to see more about, the founders, the backers, the team, the treasury. Something like this is pretty decent. But like I said, I would love to do more research on this. Of course, if we're going to roast this, we have to be cynical in crypto, and that is the best quality until otherwise, right? What we're saying here, this bad boy has had a tough start to life, right? This is a tough start to life. And even if we come back up, I'd expect another test here, because that is the prevailing long-term trend. And there will be, more or less a convergence of resistance here and a downtrend resistance. So that would be quite interesting to watch. Now, let's have a look at this bad boy and see who's doing what. Distribution Rewards has given up all of its 100,000 send all of the tokens. Okay, Binance Reserve address. Now, is this thing on Binance? Yeah, it's on Binance. Okay, so a lot of these Binance launches have been disappointing. That kind of scares me a little bit. It really depends on how much tokens they still have left. Reserve address has $6 million. You've got others as well. Binance 14, which has about a 2 billion balance. You know what? Let's create an alert for this. So let's track their activities. We're working on that. So I can tell you right now, outside of the Binance link, in terms of the tokens, let's see who holders. I don't see any smart wallets. Right? What I do see, holders are up slightly, liquidity, okay, volume's going to be a lot more. This is just DEX. And yeah, it's going to come down to the tokenomics, right? No public figures. Whale wallets, interestingly, there are two huge wallets that are flagged. So I'd probably say, look, high activity. Let's have a look at these guys. Top Blaster. What did they do? Transferred. Typical stuff, man. But this is obviously this Top Blaster here is doing it for different reasons, I think. Transferred in, transferred out. It's funny because we can track sold 490 tokens. I mean, that's nothing really. What is this? Transferred out at 31 cents. Sold at 22. Bought at 17. So look, I really can't say in terms of the niche narrative, exchange listing is good, but Binance holds some major WOD in that token. Pith is good, man. Pith is Solana Oracle is going to be important as we go towards the future. Yeah, deepfake token. You remember? Yeah, take care, sister. Hope you have a lovely day, lovely week, lovely year. Blessings to you and your family. Yeah, DM me anytime, sis. And take a look at repo as well. 100%. Sorry, Peter, I forgot about that. We may actually just ping you that one on the Discord. Hell of a deep dive. Yeah, that's what we need, bro. Resolve looks very promising. It's 11 million market cap according to the vesting schedule on CryptoRank. It's on every exchange except Coinbase. Yeah, absolutely. But of course, Binance. It's the same thing with. I would probably say the same thing with Epic Chain as well. But once it goes, it should go. Virtuals leads you having a small bag of virtuals. Gives agents personalities. Oh, really? Wow. 1,000 by repo. Yeah, facts. We've already checked that out. If you want to go back to the stream a little bit early as well, you can probably see a bit more. I'm imagining 2030 and how things will be. TAO printing for Bitcoin price CDC destined for $1, and we would all be friggin' and I think that's gonna happen, Peter. Honestly, you know, with the sacrifice that we're making, with the length of the time in the market, that's all gonna work out, my brother. Another one, if you have time, prediction markets infrastructure play on Pump, Elisa OS developers, tickers predict. I'm going to take that one down, and we will probably do another show tomorrow, guys. What do you think? What's it called? Predict, right? So we'll do that one tomorrow. Thank you, bro. Thank you for shouting that one out. We'll take a proper look tomorrow. So predict on live stream. Gonna do a video on this tax video for my man. Yeah, Persian, I'm all good, bro. I hope you're doing well. I hope the family is well. Happy 2026 to you, bro, and your family. And of course, as the Persian king, man, I hope the family is well. If you have any family members in Iran, we know it's a tough time. But from the bottom of my heart, man, shout out to the people of Iran, the people of Persia, in their time of struggle and in their time of need, for sure. These are really testing times, and my heart goes out to them, bro. I'm glad the cycle stuff was going. When I predicted the elongated cycle 2 years ago, predicted that. Yeah, 100%, bro. What they did in Venezuela, no, facts. Yeah, much love, bro, much love. When they seize Bitcoin, small people are going to buy TAO. 100%. Yeah, will do, brother. And peace in the Middle East for sure. Wish you all the best. Yeah, likewise, bro. And wish every single one of you, please keep Iran in your hearts, minds. But for every single one of you, I wish you a wonderful 2026. Anyway, guys, we'll do another live stream. Sorry, I'll schedule these better because, you know, I've had problems with the streaming software. I hope you guys can see me. God bless you all. And what time is it? How long did we do? We did an hour, 25 minutes. So perfect time. And yeah, stay safe. I'll keep bringing you more fire, hopefully, and see you soon. We'll do another one tomorrow. Take it, guys. Peace. Yeah, low fee to 100 million. Facts. When the end of the dollar. Brilliant stuff, brothers. I'll catch you on tomorrow's live stream. Thank you.